What's up, guys? Today will not be one of my regular videos. Today, we're going to be discussing why Cutco is absolute trash. It's complete dog water and it is the bane of the culinary world's existence. Now, there's videos on TikTok and on YouTube ad infinitum talking about how Cutco is a multi-level marketing scheme and their dishonest business practices of taking advantage of impressionable high school students. But this isn't going to be that video. All that stuff's true, by the way. But this is going to be specifically about the quality of the knife in question. And I saw a comment recently that really peeved me where a person said, probably a Cutco rep, yeah, their business practices are a bit dishonest, but at least they make good knives. No, the hell they don't. So let's go over the anatomy of a Cutco. First off, we have steel selection. 440A stainless. It's below 56 Rockwell hardness. It's below 0.75% carbon. This stuff is soft, it's spongy, the edge retention is awful. The only thing it really has going for it is stain resistance, but this is the cheapest, crappiest stainless steel you can buy until you get into the 420 series stainless or the Chinese equivalent, which is so bad that it shouldn't even be used in any type of cutlery whatsoever. But 440A is cheap junk. And if we compare this to something like a $40 Victorinox Fibrox, we'll see that the Victorinox, which is almost a quarter the price of the Cutco, the Victorinox is thicker at the handle and actually tapers down to a distal taper with a more acute point. So the fact that these are both stamp knives, but this one costs $150, this one costs $40, we should expect to see the more expensive one at least have a little bit of distal taper so we have a more acute and a functional point to work with. The next thing wrong with Cutco is the grind itself. So instead of having at least a full flat grind where you'd have a lower friction coefficient, they've given it a partial height hollow grind, which creates this nonsense shoulder which wedges into food. Now, and another aspect of just atrocious blade performance is the fact that the heel height is so low. When I go to the pinch grip here, my fingers are basically in contact with the edge itself. I have no knuckle clearance whatsoever on the board. But if we look at the Victorinox Fibrox, we have plenty of knuckle clearance. We're not getting our thumb and forefinger in contact with product, and we don't have to worry about our fingers getting in contact with the edge of the blade. This is a Tojiro DP Series 240 millimeter Gudo. The price on this is around $105. But the 210 millimeter version of this, which is the length equivalent to the 7 5/8 inch Cutco, is only $85. So the Cutco is nearly double the price of the equivalent length Tojiro. Unlike the Cutco, the Tojiro is a forged blade. It has a proper convex grind. You can see how the light plays on it. It's not a flat grind, it's a convex. And the Tojiro is quite thin behind the edge. It has a proper distal taper out to the point. And this is VG10 steel at around 61 to 62 Rockwell. Now, there's all kinds of different knife performance tests and edge retention tests that I could do that really rely on the user's personal perception. But I want to do something a little bit more head to head. And just to remind you guys, the equivalent length Tojiro DP is $85 compared to the Cutco's $150 price tag. Keep that in mind before you see what I'm about to do. Now, do not try this at home, kids, but this should put the nail in the coffin of Cutco forever. And look at what the $85 Tojiro did to the $150 Cutco. We've literally sliced off the actual edge of the Cutco with the edge of the Tojiro. The apex is completely gone, and this is going to need a regrind before it is suitable for use again. Meanwhile, the Tojiro has a little bit of edge deflection, but that can just be stropped or sharpened out on a high grit stone. So at the end of the day, guys, don't get scammed by a multi-level marketing company selling Walmart quality junk at premium prices. Just go and buy yourself a Tojiro.